Mr. Rajnish Kumar joining us on the show as well. Mr. Rajnish Kumar, you must have, of course, read into all the big, important decisions he took, whether in capacity of the RBI, whether in capacity of the Finance Minister or the Prime Minister. How would you read into what he did? How would you read into his leadership style and his decision-making prowess that he really showed across his tenures in multiple capacities?
I come from the banking and financial sector, and the contribution which Dr. Singh made to this sector is immense. We don't realize that what was the situation of financial sector markets and banking before 91 and the economy got open. The banking sector reforms were launched. Even every crisis, like Harshad Mehta crisis, which was a big crisis for the government then, but that opportunity was also used to launch the reforms in the capital markets. So in 24, when we look back and compare it, what was the situation in 1990, it has changed beyond recognition. I am speaking only from financial sector perspective, but today what India is in terms of economic growth and its stature on the world stage, it can largely be attributed to the financial sector economic reforms which were launched in 1991 when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. Everybody knows what was his style of functioning. A lot has been said. I had the opportunity to interact very briefly when I was chairman as BI and parliamentary committee meetings. He was member, and I was so impressed with his humility and a man who has been Prime Minister for 10 years, simply clad, very humble, easily approachable. So these are the qualities which makes a leader a great leader. It's not the power which makes a leader a great leader. It is the qualities of humility, humbleness, politeness, and apart from I didn't have to say much about his intellectual capabilities. But I think he is one of the architects of modern India, and this nation, we owe a lot to him.
Absolutely, Mr. Kumar, and you've actually put it and summarized his legacy and the impact that he's had actually in the financial sector of India as well as the banking sector in India, and given the fact that he's made sure that India stands out in much of this global clutter. And I just wanted to add on to that or ask you some more on that. Which of his reform do you think was a landmark one when you talk about the banking sector and the fruits of which we are still enjoying?
Oh, the Narasimhan Committee, which recommended which laid down the roadmap for the banking sector reforms. It was when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Finance Minister, and that laid the foundation of bringing in private banks and the competition into the banking sector. There were many other reforms. The list is long, and I have witnessed the banking era before the reforms. Of course, at that time, we were much junior in the banking sector, but the path laid down by the Narasimhan Committee for the banking sector reforms, it has made the banking sector what it is today. And if there was no competition and we just had the private sector, if we did not have the private sector banks coming into mid-90s, the banking sector probably would have been still maybe backward. And the spirit of competition, modernization, consumer banking, this all came in because private sector banks came in. The capital market reforms were like the establishment of SEBI as a market regulator, the NSE, and then the modernization, digitization. So the list goes on. But the foundation was laid in mid-90s. And this was the result of all the reforms initiated.
All those reforms are still having a huge impact, and it's unimaginable how the banking sector, in fact, the Indian economy would look right now if not for those major reforms that Dr. Manmohan Singh brought in. Thank you, Mr. Rajnish Kumar, for making time and speaking with us today on this very, very important day.